that was good material.
All right, I was going to start it, but I didn't want to be like, oh, like
Sneakily
recording
started.
you and like
And I'm talking
you
about how
talking
many
shit.
niggas I fucked.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? My name is Willie,
And this is Shaq.
and you're listening to Everybody's Right.
And we're just gonna get into it.
But you can
This
talk, you
nigga
can talk
and
shit.
that nigga, I'm name dropping and shit.
Yeah, we would just bleep it out in the actual
Beep, beep,
in the
beep.
editing process.
Mm-hmm.
Or change the names.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm gonna get some of this cheese because I stay eating cheese out the bag.
Hell yeah.
And I don't give a fuck.
I need some more cheese. I hope I get paid tomorrow.
Why do you say hope?
I just well, I hope they pay me tomorrow instead of on Friday because it's a holiday on Friday. I'm like hoping that they just give me my paycheck
instead
early.
of pushing it till Monday.
Well, they wouldn't push it till Monday. I just don't want them to wait until Friday because we're not going to be working on Friday. I just want them to give it to me early. So
do they usually do that?
I think they've done it before. Like they'll do it like if it's like Thanksgiving or Christmas, but I don't remember if they do it on like Easter. Easter's a pretty big holiday though. But the thing is, I don't know if banks are closed for Good Friday. I think banks will still be open.
Some banks, yeah. Some places are open for Good Friday and some places aren't.
I wonder if my bank is going to be open.
Yeah.
I feel like Navy Federal will take they'll close for anything.
They be like, close today because we just don't feel like
just because we feel like it. But yeah. Anyway, I am glad to have a 3-day weekend though. I did take a 3-day weekend last week though.
Okay.
Just to have an extra day off because I was fucking tired. And so I'll have a 3-day weekend this weekend, and then I'm also gonna have a 3-day weekend next weekend.
Yeah.
Next week too, because we're going to.
You took that Monday off?
I took the Monday off.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. I took all those days off because that whole trip were like all the days that I was working, so I just took them all off. But I told him that I'd come in and work 2 of my off days because I just didn't want to leave them completely out because it's like if I did, I was going to be gone from Tuesday to the next Thursday, and I was like, well, I don't want to be off that much. I mean, I'd like to, but not if it puts. I do care about my job, and I do care about like not just leaving people like out.
That's nice
so
of you.
I was just like, well, I'll work, and I get that, and I totally understand that people don't want to. And
my job, they'll be fine. Like
right.
Them, they don't need me. Like it's nice to have me there, maybe at night, but. But in your job, you guys have a lot less workers, and it's more intimate, you know. And like if one person is out, that is a really big difference.
Yeah.
So
I was like, well, I'm already off 3 days out of the week, and then I'm taking off all of the days that I work. It's just like I'll just come in, which me coming in those days will give me like 6 days on it'll give me like maybe like 11 or 12 days like on a paycheck, and then I'm still working 9-hour shifts. So I'm just like, okay, like it'll at least give me more money for like the next paycheck that I see, and then I'll be able to kind of like do something with that the next time I get paid, because I get paid right before we go on the trip, like I think like 2 days before we actually go. So I'm like, okay, well, that'll help out. I'll still be able to like use that, and it's fine. Like I'll come in, but I'm gonna tell them like, hey, like, can I work like 12:30 to 8:30 or some shit? Like,
yeah,
I don't want to work the whole day, because it's like you already have the schedule made for me to not even be there. So it's just like you don't need me to work that entire day. You don't need that.
No,
so I'm like, okay, how about I just, unless he decides, because he does fuck with me, so unless he's just like, oh no, you can take the days off, and I'll still take them, but
he'll pay you for it.
I did tell him that I could come in, because I was like, I'm literally going to be off for like 10 days if I take that off. So I'm like, okay.
But you haven't taken like a vacation, and well, I mean, you went on your birthday trip.
I did the birthday trip. That was the last vacation I took, and then I took those days off when I was moving.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so, but it was only like Friday and Saturday, so I was off for 5 days then. And then I went in Sunday and Monday, and then I was off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Went back to work, did that whole thing. And so this time it'll be like the basically like kind of the same thing, and then I'm still going to New York to visit Nathaniel.
Oh, when are you guys going to New York?
Like for his birthday, so it's like June
Oh
18th,
shit.
and so I'll be there.
Yay, that's fun. I want to go.
And then I'm visiting Jesse and Tybria in like November. So then that'll be that. So I'm trying to make it to where like I can take the time off, but I have the time available to do so. Like I'm not gonna like take time off if I don't have it.
How are y'all getting to New York? Y'all driving?
I'm I'm getting on the plane. I don't know what
Oh,
Stephanie finna do. Stephanie
so
keep
she's
acting
still
like
talking about
she's
she
so
not she don't want to get on the
scared about getting on
plane.
the plane. And it's just like even though I understand that, it's like I'm not driving 14 hours. Like, I just don't want to do that because to me, if I have to be in a car or a vehicle for 14 hours, I'm taking a break. Like, we can drive 7 hours and then stop, but it's like, I don't want to stop and either have to like get a hotel.
Let's see you.
Thank you. I don't want to have to stop and like get a hotel or like sleep in the car. Like, if we're gonna do 14 hours, we're gonna go straight there and not stop unless we eat in or use in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and that's it. Like I'm not gonna be stopping like that unless we have extra time. But it's like if we do that, it's just gonna take longer to get there. Drive 14 hours, get on a plane for 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I just feel like get on a plane for 2 hours and 15 minutes would just be more convenient, but I keep having this feeling that she's going to be on some, I just don't want to drive by myself. And I'm like, well, you can get on a plane. And I have a feeling she's going to be
Yeah.
like, well, I'm
Just
scared to
go
get on
with
a plane. It's just like, well, you
just
need
be
to
like,
figure out what
just
you're
come with
going to
me.
do.
Like, we're going to
We
be
can
all
get
right.
on the
We
plane
can do it
together.
together.
And if we die,
If
we die
we both
together,
die.
girl.
Yeah.
And it's just me and you.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Like, if that plane start going down, just say your prayers and
You
know
know?
that you're going to the right place. But likely that's not gonna happen. Like it's actually more dangerous to drive 14 hours than to be on an airplane for a few hours. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just like,
She better get on that plane.
I'm getting on the plane, babe. Like, fuck is you talk about? Like, Nathaniel has come back and forth quite a few times since he even
Yeah.
moved. Like, and he's been fine. He just went to St. Kitts
I saw that.
and like came back, and you
Shit.
know he was fine. So it's just like, yes, there have been a lot of plane crashes in the news lately.
There has been. I think
And
it's propaganda though.
and it's really scary, but at the same time, it's like like what can we really like? People need to get on planes to travel. Like people travel, like
Honestly, a lot of the plane crashes have been small aircrafts. These are people who don't, well, they have pilot license, but they're not flying with airlines. There have been some airline crashes now, but those are very far and few, like in between. So I still wouldn't be afraid to go on planes. Like I think for the most part, pilots who fly commercial know exactly what they're doing because there's just way more at stake. You know,
like 100 people instead of like 20. Like
yeah,
you know, and they test them. Like they're like,
yeah,
no, you're going to make sure because you have people's lives in jeopardy. And so that's why I'm like, even though I do get a little of anxiety thinking about it, I mean the last time I was on a plane was when I was like 17, so like I haven't been on a plane in like a really long time. And even then, like when we were going there, I slept. On the way back, I was trying to sleep, but I couldn't. And so it was like I kind of was up, and then we were going through some turbulence, which was like crazy. But it's like my grandparents have been on planes and they keep doing that. You know, they did the whole thing where they laid off the fucking inspections for the cruises and shit. And like, I haven't talked to my grandmother about it yet, but she just like doesn't play about like shit being clean. And so like I'm probably gonna call her tomorrow and ask her like how you feeling about this shit,
So
because
basically, the cruise ships have been unregulated and
well, they will
not
be
clean.
now, like because
Okay.
they had people come in like twice a year on these ships and like actually inspect and like check for stuff, because it's like you basically on a hotel in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
All of these people be sick, they don't know, people be sick and they don't care, and
Yeah.
just be dirty and nasty. And so they've laid off like all of the people like on the crew, or people who do those jobs, they laid them all off
Carnival did, or
for
just
cruise ships in
for
general,
cruise
like
ships in
all the cruise
general?
ships, like the people who
It's
do
no
the
longer
inspections.
required, pretty much, is what
Yeah,
you're
like
saying.
they don't do that anymore. And so Nathaniel had sent me that video and he was like, cruise ships are like off the table for a minute. And I was like,
Oh my
yeah, they kind of
god,
are.
that's
So, and we
scary.
were literally gearing up to be like, okay, like let's
Let's
do
do another
another one. Like when
cruise.
y'all want to take another one, but not when they doing shit like that. And it's just shit
Yeah,
like
that's so
that.
scary. And you be
You're
in the
laying
middle of
off
the ocean.
inspections, you're laying off people doing traffic control for the airplanes. Like, what the fuck are you literally doing in there? Like, what are you doing?
Nobody,
This is
like, they're in the ocean.
insanity.
Like, people are gonna die, and that's the
Yeah.
scary
And they
part
don't give a
about it.
fuck. As long as they get paid, as long as it don't affect them, as long as they can keep taking their kids to fucking T-ball and soccer practice in a fucking Cadillac minivan and a fucking Range Rover, they're okay. But when
That's
it
so
touched their retirement
scary.
funds, all of a sudden we want to get them out of there.
Yeah.
There's so many people that were trying to retire this year that can't even do that now.
Yeah, it's
And you voted
actually,
for that shit. Talking about that's not what we voted for.
it's really sick.
Well, it is. It is what you voted for.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
If everything works out, it should recover. Markets usually recover, and I don't know the typical timing, but the last time it happened, it started recovering in about a year or two. Like, people got back to where they were when the big dips happened. But who knows? Because everybody's moving shit around now. Like,
Hmm.
people are scrambling, they're scared,
As they should be, because that's
as
what the
they
fuck
should
y'all voted
be.
for. So
But
congratulations,
yeah,
bitch.
shit's crazy. It's actually really fucking crazy. My
It's
account went
scary.
from like a 13 per or 13% rate of return to like 8%. And then it was at like 6, and I lost thousands of dollars.
That's
I was
crazy.
like, ouch. Like, I didn't even
Yeah.
know that I was affected by it until I just happened to check my account. I was like, oh,
Yikes.
that's not what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
I was trying to reach a goal this year.
Girl. And I don't even have that much in there, so I wasn't affected by it. But it's just like I'm thinking about people who have been saving up. And like you, like people have been saving up for like years and just having that shit snatched from you. It also goes
Mhm.
to show you that one, they don't really care about the Constitution. Like they don't really give a fuck. They
They
try to be so up the ass about American values,
the thing
but until you get an opportunity to be racist. Number
yeah.
two, it also goes to show me that like you really don't own anything. Like you don't. At any point in time, some shit can just get taken away from you. You'll work hard your whole life, and then boom, somebody is, bulldozing this property that you and your family has owned for decades because
Yeah.
they want to put an apartment complex out there. Like
Yeah,
they will do it.
they will. They
They
will.
will.
It's honestly, I think in that regard that there's like a spiritual thing to that, where we have to come to terms where we can't take anything with us. But the things, I feel like what we get to accumulate here on earth helps, the people in our families. Like, it helps build that generational wealth. And I feel like they're just making it so hard for people to actually feel like they have a sense
Hmm.
of generational wealth, because they just make it so hard. And really, like, the Constitution, they use the Constitution to, they bend it and twist it to fit what they want
Hmm.
done. And that's what they've always done. Like, if
Hmm.
we look at the Constitution in its essence, it is the right to happiness and freedom, and I think in liberty for every man. And that has always been the Constitution. It's always been in the Constitution. But yet slavery existed well after the Constitution was established. You had you. It not only did it exist, it was legal, and it was the labor that built this country. There were fucking concentration camps, discrimination of literally every single person who wasn't an Anglo-Saxon white person lineage, like, has faced some kind of discrimination in this country. And so is it really like the pursuit of like happiness and freedom and liberty for all men?
Nope.
No, it never has been. But it can be. I believe it can be personally. Like, I want to believe that. I just feel like I can't like sink into hopelessness about it. I just feel like we have to hold people accountable. Like, we have to hold Trump accountable. We have to hold these people who voted for him accountable and let them see how they're fucking up the economy and the country, because of what? Like, what it was so wrong with what was happening? Like, I know there was a lot of things that were wrong. We got to fix inflation. We got to, I don't know, redistribute power. They just wanted a redistribution of power. They didn't want the people in power that were in power.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, now y'all people are in power and they don't even give a fuck about you. Like, they literally only care about the rich and the wealthy. Like, if you don't have money, if you don't have enough money, if you don't have the resources, the network, the time to save yourself from this mess, you're going under. Like, you're literally going under. And it's like people realizing like you're not as well off as you thought you were. You're not, because when that interest, what happens is in your 401k plan now, you're contributing money from your paycheck, right? But the money that you put in your paycheck, like the money that you basically put in, that's yours. Like, that's not going anywhere. They can't legally take your money like that. But what happens is when you're doing that for years, it gains interest. Like, it gains from all these earnings. And that's what people lost. Like, let's say you contributed $50,000 your whole 30 years of working. You actually put $50,000 of your own money in, but it grew through investing. It grew to like $200,000. Now, when the markets crash and they got to cash in on them that interest, that's what you're losing, and that's what hurts, because you realize that you work all these years and you really haven't made that much money. Like, you play the game. It's legal gambling. You play the market game to get the earnings over time. It's supposed to be worth it. They tell you it's worth it, but then they do some tariff shit and they fuck you up.
Well, also anyway, too, like, I want to go back to what you were saying earlier, because like, yes, we need to hold them accountable, but like, the people that are supposed to hold them accountable are the people who are voted for him, the people that cared about that, the people who were like okay with that shit. It's like, the people that are in office, the people that are making these power moves, are people who don't give a fuck about poor people. They don't care about Black and brown people. They don't care about marginalized people. They don't care about the LGBTQ community. They don't care. They want to make money. And it's this state that we're in now that really brings things to perspective for me, because it's like, okay, this could low-key be some fascist shit. And I think, at least for me, in my life, like, what would be my best interest is to be like, okay, just do what I gotta do in the meantime, because we only got 4 years with him. He's trying to act like he want to do 4 years term.
Girl,
and it's only, a long time.
Only April.
And it's a long time, but I mean,
it feel like it's already been a year and a half.
2016 to 2020 was very, very, we're past
Girl,
that.
I was high out of my mind from 2016 to 2020. Like, I'm talking about like smoking every day.
Yeah.
Like, working at Starbucks, going to community college. I was so done with the that was the last thing that was on my mind.
Yeah.
The political state of the world. Because even though I was newly into my like social justice and radical like idealism phase. When they elected him for president, I was like,
No way.
I'm done.
I couldn't even believe
Like
it.
what do you want me to do at this point? Like,
And it's because they have somebody in office that thinks the way that they do, so they feel secure in being fucked up in front of other people.
but that's the
You
thing. I don't
know,
think that he thinks the way that they do. And I think that's the gag. Like, that's what's really got people mad because they're realizing that he doesn't think the way that you do. He
like in
doesn't
what
give a fuck.
regard?
Like, he doesn't care about you. Like, they're feeling like they're voting for him because he cares about the working people, the people who are really making money. Even though they think they're the working class, they think they're the middle class, they're actually like you're not. Like you're not. I don't think the middle class knows who they are. A lot of people who think they're middle class are actually wealthy, and a lot of people who are, and then some people who think they're middle class are actually like working, like you're working class. Like you only have what you have because you go to work. If you or your spouse lost your job today, you're not taking, your daughter's not going to her dance classes, your credit cards are getting like maxed out, you're going to be in a hole in 5 years. It's like you're not middle class, you're still working class. And then like I don't know, I don't think people have a real like understanding. Like Trump does not care about the working class or the middle class.
Well, yeah,
He
like
cares about the
he
wealthy. Like
cares
they
about
want people
making
to be
people
rich.
rich. And so because they think that he just doesn't care about black people and he doesn't care about brown people, that they think they're exempt to that because of their whiteness.
He doesn't care about
They
anybody but
think
himself,
that
actually.
because he's been going on and on about, white people, which is, if you read between the lines, and even you don't even have to do that, like there's been instances of him blatantly talking about like just like other shit. It's like they think that, like, oh, this guy's a racist like me, surely he'll help me, when
Right.
really it's like, no, like,
It's
yeah,
more
he
than
is a
racism.
racist. He is a racist, but he also don't care for you because you poor.
He's also
He's
classist.
also a
Like,
classist, and he's also a misogynist and a
yeah,
rapist and a convicted felon and
all the
somebody who got
ist,
impeached 2 times.
all the
Like
bad ones.
it, and they, but like they don't care because they think that their whiteness is what saves them, when they realized, oh, like, you just took money from me and I voted for you and you need to fix it. It's like he's not going to fix it. This is exactly what he was trying to do. And if you were actually paying attention and you were listening, instead of thinking that it's not going to affect you or that it has nothing to do with everybody else, since you're so up the ass about American politics and you're so up the ass about the Constitution and being a patriot, if you actually were smart and you used your brain instead of being a fucking racist, like, you would have known that.
If you're a
But
racist,
you're just worried about, you're just worried about making sure that you're okay, and that's your problem.
yeah,
And it's like, for me, I truly am in a space of like, okay, like, that is the foundation of this country. Like,
hmm
the only way, truly, in my opinion, that things are going to change is if America takes accountability. And America has to take accountability, but they won't. And if they take accountability, then that means they won't be able to benefit the same way.
I don't think.
That means that they won't make the money that they're making. That means that they can't make the laws that they're making and shove the Bible down people's throats. Like, they can't do that if they take accountability.
I
They
think
just
they're
can't.
not going to have a choice. I think in these next 4 years, I think people are just going to they're just going to have a mirror put in front of them, and they're going to have to actually see what is really going on, like economically. I feel like people, okay, America is all about escapism right now. Like everybody is just trying to escape their reality. They're doing
I
the
mean, they
fucking
came
fam.
over here trying to escape their reality. Like they've
Well,
been doing that shit.
I
Like, they've literally been doing that shit. You left the country because they were trying to, oh, we can't stay here anymore. We have to go somewhere else. And then you came
well,
to somebody else's shit and was
yeah.
like, yeah, we know that this is your house, but like, you can stay in the basement. Like,
Well, not
eh,
escapism in that way. I'm talking about escapism as in escaping like the real world. Like well, okay, they came over here and they built their colonies, and
Off the
even though
backs
there
of
was other
people.
there was other people already here, and they fucking erased, like, that's a whole another whole wormhole that
Low key, it
honestly
connects.
it's
It connects.
it all connects. It all connects, and even the fucking shit that's going on in Palestine right now, that all connects too. It's that is forced, what is it called, it's forced migration.
Mm-hmm.
You're forcing people to move off of their land. They've been there for years. Like, people are spiritually connected to their land, like, even when people are forced to leave, like you were saying earlier, when people are forced to leave their homes that their grandparents built just so you can build highways, which happened to so many Black families in like the late 20th century. Like, people lost their connection to their space, and that's just like, I think that's a whole, we can do a whole like episode on that, but I really want to talk about, like, right now Americans are, and it's not even just Americans, but definitely it's highlighted in America, because America spends the most money. Like, we spend money in America. Like, everybody spends money. Like, that's what you are taught to do. You spend your money on stuff. Like, America has the strongest economy right now. We don't know how that's going to look in 4 years, but we have a strong economy because, but I also think people are like, they're pawns in it. Like, they are not actually playing the game. Like, they don't actually know what the tariffs are. They don't know how it's going to affect them. They don't know about the stock market. They don't know how to keep their money safe.
Because they just know that they're white.
But it's because they well, yeah, but they know, because all they're telling you, all you got to do is fucking put $50 on FanDuel and make your fantasy team, or buy you a little trinket and just forget about it. Like, it's just like, everybody is just like not locking in. Like, nobody's locking in, because and that's the only reason that Donald Trump was even able to get into office, is because the people who should be paying attention to the political state of the world, we're paying attention to our phones, we're paying attention to Twitter and Instagram, and we're trying to like fake like we're wealthy when we're not, and we're trying to make our friends think that we got more money or we got it going on, and we're trying to win $20 on a fucking sports betting and buy a cute little trinket just to have it, because it feels better than facing your reality of the fact that shit is actually hitting the fan. Like, it feels, and I just think that, like, people are on fucking drugs. They're like
I'm
fucking
about to be on drugs too.
tweaking in the streets, and like, because it's easier to escape the reality of the situation. And I think really, what if we want to see our economy like strive, and we want to, like, I personally, I don't even know if I care about the American economy anymore. I might be on my way out of here. Honestly,
I'm
like,
thinking that too. Like, I'm definitely thinking about like
if I
maybe
could, like,
Canada since
maybe
it's
move to
American
a different
adjacent.
country,
Yeah.
that has, I don't know where I would go. And and that's
Universal
so
health
sad, because,
care.
like, my whole, like, it's it started at chattel slavery, but like, from there, like, my whole family has been in America. This is where my ancestors died and were born.
And
And so,
built and were
and
enslaved.
I love the Constitution. I feel like it's a great document, and I think that it's our only saving grace of this country, truly. But
Well, it's kind of
we
not, because they're literally doing the complete
but it
opposite
can
of the
be. But I'm
Constitution.
saying, like, it can be, though.
But is it in
It
reality in this present moment with everything that's
in
going on?
some cases
Is it helping people?
in
Because this
some
motherfucker is in
cases
office
yeah.
doing shit the complete opposite of what the Constitution
I
is
do
upholding.
I do think in some cases it is helping. It's just, it might be hard to see, because we've always lived under the jurisdiction of the Constitution. So we don't know life without a constitution. We don't
Well, we
know
know it now.
what country would be like. We
We
don't, though.
definitely know it not right
We don't,
now.
though, because I mean, we are getting a glimpse of it, but we don't. And it's just that we need people that'll like fucking that'll, get to raise the money that'll go out and uh, lobby for people who can like speak up for the class. And it's just nobody is doing that. Nobody in our age range, like people in our age range, should be doing that, because that's what they were doing when they were our age. Like they were already in politics. But I just feel like not enough young people are worried about it, because we're all smoking weed every day and buying our trinkets and making Instagram reels. Like that's what we were taught was important. And I don't know, I even feel like a lot of young people are even finding it hard to get into finance or financial markets, or learn about like financial freedom, just because nobody teaches it anymore. Like if you don't have someone, which is, this is what wealthy people and these fake middle class people who are actually wealthy people, this is what they are teaching their kids. They're teaching them about how to save and invest and grow your money from a young age. So by the time you're 30, you can put a down payment on a home. But who the fuck is 30 putting a down payment on a home right now?
I
Unless
wish.
you got a fucking gift from someone, or you inherited some money, or you're buying a fucking mobile home or some shit.
Well, Aaron Justice got a home. So
Who got a home?
Ariana and Justice, for them and their baby. Like they live in Oakleaf right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So
Well,
some people, I guess some people can do it. There's ways around it.
we don't know how they did it, and we don't know their whole situation. One, it's gonna be easier with two people, first of all. And Erin has a pretty good job, doesn't she? Like, isn't she like a fucking scientist or some shit?
No, she does like medical research, and she like helps out at the hospital and she told me everything and I completely
Medical
forgot.
research.
Something like that. Like
Yeah.
I know that she does something with like data. But I mean, even then, it's like, I mean, Stephanie bought a house and she was working at Alpha Dental as like doing fucking paperwork, and she bought it, she sold it, which was crazy. And now she in this whole backdrop thing. It's like, I don't even know why you did that. But it's just like there are ways around it. I just feel like looking at stuff, like looking at like what's actually happening, like you have to make your hypothesis and your guesses on what's actually happening, not just what you wish and think and believe and want to happen. Like look at the reality and look at what's going on. Like this shit is
Mm-hmm.
chaotic, and this motherfucker wants to cause chaos because he's treating it like it's fucking Trump's reality show. And it's like, this is not your reality show. These are not characters and pawns and people with Instagrams that can go on a reunion and talk about their experience in the Trump Towers. Like this is real life. Like you playing with people's real life, and he's been playing with people's real life because he doesn't give a fuck, and he's made
Yeah.
that very, very apparent. So it's just
Yeah.
like, I'd love to believe that things could be different, and I do want them to be different, and I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
fight for things to be different. But it's like you can only really fight for a change by looking at the reality of what's going on. This is the reality of what's going on. This is what's actually happening, not what we wish to
I think
happen,
that's
not
the
what we
first
think to
step.
happen.
I think the
The
first step is
reality
looking at
is
reality.
what is actually happening and what's the solution to change the things that are actually going on in this present moment. Like what's happening? Because I can sit here and talk about what I want and what I think and what I feel all day, but what's the reality of the situation? That's the only way that you can change anything,
Yeah.
even when it comes to your personal life. It's like
Yeah.
you have to think about what is actually going on, and what's going on is a hot ass motherfucking mess, and it's just going to he just got here, like you just said. It's April, and it's
Mhm.
already so
So
chaotic,
much has happened
so
already.
chaotic. Somebody on
Literally,
TikTok was like,
so much has happened.
somebody on TikTok was like, you know what, you know, Kamala was wrong. Like Kamala was wrong. She said during her presidential run that Donald Trump would put us in a recession by the middle of 2026, but she was wrong. we're in the middle of a recession. We're about to be in a recession right fucking now, So she was wrong about that, guys. She didn't have that going. So, I guess Trump was right. Like, just very, like, sarcastic. But it's just like, well, yes. Like, and even Obama, like, Obama did, like, he was speaking at some school. And he was like, imagine if I was in office and I did all of this. Imagine if I went into office, I was like, I'm gonna hike the tariffs up.
Their mind.
Imagine, they lost his mind when he wore a fucking tan suit. Oh, they was hot about that fucking suit, and I remembered that, and I remember seeing that for days, and I was like, what the fuck? He's styling, like, what the fuck? Like, the freshest, flyest president we ever had, and of course he black, because that's just what we be doing. But it's just like, to make the change, you have to be here. You have to be present. Like, you have to know what's going on, and you have to be here. And
that's
you have
kind of
to.
The point that I was making. Like, you have to
be here.
Be like present. You have to like know. Like, that's exactly what I was trying to say. But people aren't here. Like, they are not here. They're literally in La La Land, and it's not that they don't care, because they obviously care. That's, you see all the uproar. It's just, one, I don't think people know what to do or how to do it. And I just think, so the first step, I think, is to like recognize what is going on, like be in reality, like you're saying. Like, I 100% agree with that. Like, you have to, like, see things not like with through a clear lens, not through rose tinted lenses, but also you do also have to believe that, positive change is possible. That doesn't always mean that we're tilting towards a positive future. I don't know what's happening. I'm not God. But if it comes to the choice of believing that we're going towards, this is a push that we need to move towards a stronger and positive change in our like political, economic, like landscape in America, I would choose that over thinking that, Trump is about to run us all into the ground, and
he will run us all into the ground, like, if nobody America. Does anything.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, people are going to do stuff, and it's because they're getting riled up. But if he didn't do these things, though, I don't think people would be forced. Like, people wouldn't act. If it was just like Biden, like, let's say Biden was in the office. Biden was the most passive president ever. Nothing happened. Like, everybody wanted change. Nothing happened. Everybody's mad because nothing's happening. Literally, nothing's happening. Everything's staying the same. But you promised us all these changes. 4 years. What the fuck changed? Literally, absolutely nothing. Trump gets in the office, immediately he's making changes. Immediately he's stepping on people's toes. He's saying, I don't give a fuck. Like, he's doing these things, and yeah, people don't like it. People are mad, but now they know what they need to do, because he's doing the opposite of what people want them to do. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like he's forcing people to change. Not praising him in any way, like, truly not. I don't want it to sound like that, but I'm just saying, like, I do think that this could be the opportunity that America needs to, like, really, especially our generation, like like the younger millennials and Gen Z, even the older millennials. Like, I really think, like, this is time for us to really, like, lock in and really, like, take the economy back from the fucking boomers. Like, truly, we can do it. But I don't know. I think that last statement was probably wishful thinking, but I do think we can set ourselves up for a great future.
And I hope we do, because it's like, and I mean, my sophomore theater teacher literally was telling us, like, and I don't even remember what we were talking about, but she, like, always made a point to say it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is something that applies to, like, even people's personal lives. Yeah, it's like
almost everything.
It can be something that you don't like, but if it's not bad enough, you're not going to have the motivation or, like, the initiative to, like, actually change it. Mm-hmm. Like, people don't change things until it's like, oh, it's getting ridiculous. It has to be the human nature is like, it has to be ridiculous, it has to make no sense, it has to be completely mind-blowing
Mm-hmm.
to be like, okay, something has to give. Like, it's
Yeah.
very symbolic, not
It's
only
very, that's a
of
spiritual
not
journey.
very telling of like the political climate right now, but also just like in people's like personal lives. It's like people don't change shit until it gets worse. And like, that is what I was prepared for. Like, I prepared for it to be literally fucking terrible, because I was
Yeah.
like, you people are literally voting for him and he's just going to make it terrible. And then at that point, you're not going to be able to like look away from it, which is crazy, because it's like, if you think about it, the whole point of your discernment is prevention. Like,
Mm-hmm.
people will deal with someone or something and get this funny little feeling and be like, oh, this felt weird, but I'm just gonna like see, like, I'm just gonna like hang out a little bit and just like figure out, like, just give it a chance. And then it goes to shit, and then they're like, see, I knew that my intuition was right. I knew that I was right. Like, every time that I think something, like in the beginning, like, I knew that I was like fucking right. And it's like, okay, but if you knew you were right, then why did you do it? It's like people have to get to a point where like that feeling and that discernment is like enough for you. Like, everybody has it.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you believe that? Why isn't that enough for you? Why isn't enough for you to be able to see? Like, there's lots of things where like I'll even hear about, like, just say like a friend told me something like, oh, I was thinking about doing this, or like, maybe you should do it. And I'll think about it and I'll get this very uneasy feeling, which is like more than likely my discernment. And I'm like, actually, I don't think I want to do that. That's
Yeah.
prevention. I haven't even tried it. I haven't even downloaded the
Mm-hmm.
app. I haven't even gone to the event. And I'm already feeling like
Yeah.
this feels weird.
I
And I
think that's
wasn't even there.
intuition though. I think that's intuition, but intuition is
Well, yeah.
subjective. So everybody's intuition. I think there's different types of people, and like on what you're saying, like I think some people are like, okay, just to like go back to like Myers Briggs. I don't know if you know what that is, but you know what? Like people used to do these personality tests, and
Mm-hmm.
like some people were like feeling types, and then some people were judging types, and so it's
Mm-hmm.
like they both are kind of the same type, but some people when they see a situation, they'll feel it out, and they'll just like not necessarily act to try to like control the situation, but just kind of like feel it out and just move in whatever way they want to. And then some people, they'll see a situation and they'll like say, this is this. Instead of letting the situation reveal itself to them, they will basically reveal the situation to itself to like it's like
Mm-hmm.
the opposite. And I think that is like when you're judged, like when you're judgment type, where you judge certain situations and you use your discernment in that way. I think you can do those things to prevent certain things certain outcomes you don't want to happen. um but some things are just like unpreventable, unfortunately.
Truly, and some things you are just going to have to like experience and go through.
Yeah.
Like, in this life, we get caught off guard all the time. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I think if you have an opportunity to like, if you have an opportunity that feels wrong, like this bitch,
Yo,
like
yeah.
when I was like, because it was like just me, because I did have some people that were supposed to help me, but they all like canceled on me, and I was like, love you guys. And I was moving like my boxes in here,
Mm.
and that was like the first time that I ever seen her. She was like, oh, do
Mm.
you need help? And I'm like, no. That was like the first time, and like ever since then it's like always some shit of trying to like get in here. And it's just like, that even up front was like, I didn't judge her necessarily. Some people are just a little like
Yeah.
overzealous, and they want to help you just a little bit too much, and they don't
Yeah.
get the fact that it's just
Not
like, you
judgment in a
can't
bad
just
way. I
be.
also want to say like
No, I know
not
what
like
you meant. I
yeah.
know what you meant. I'm
Okay.
just saying,
Okay.
like, yeah, like I didn't like judge her or anything, but I was just kind of this is just to kind of like go off like what you were saying. It's
Hmm.
like, I didn't really judge her, but I was just kind of like, you don't even know me and you trying to
Like,
like
that's
grab
weird.
my stuff. Like that's weird.
Like, I
And
peeped
so
that.
I made a mental note of
Mhm.
that it was like, okay, you don't even know me. Like, and some people will be like, oh, they're trying to be nice, they're trying to be nice. And it's like, maybe she was, but it's just like over time, this
Mhm.
bitch has kept trying to get into my apartment. That is
That's so
weird.
weird.
And I peeped that from the beginning. So it's just like I already knew that what I felt was like right, which is why like I've kind of like closed myself off to like mostly everyone except for like them and
Yeah.
this is a bunch of dudes that stay like right here and like right there that I'll be like, but like that girl that stay over there, she seemed like she cool. It's just like I can tell the people that like
Are
stay
normal.
that are normal and that like
Yeah.
stay to themselves and just want to have somewhere to stay and they just want to
Yeah.
mind their
They
business and
go
just live in
home,
they and
go to
just
work,
live in
go
they
home.
shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like I can pick up on that because I have like the same energy.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, if you're somebody that's like if your whole thing is like seeing that and being like, oh, like, yeah, they're probably just being nice. Yeah, come in here, girl. I'm so nice. Like, I want to show people that I'm nice. I want to show people that I'm not judgy. I want to show people it's like people be doing too much to try to
Yeah.
show that they're good. Like,
Yeah.
people be doing too much to show
Just
that they're not like other people. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna be mean to you.
yeah.
I'll be nice. You're making yourself too available to fall into shit. Like you're making yourself way too open and way too impressionable. No matter how smart you think you are, no matter how much you think you can, you're
Mhm.
making yourself too open to people taking advantage of the fact that they think that you're fucking dumb because you allow people in your vicinity like that. Like everybody
Mhm.
don't have good intentions.
Are you
And it's
talking
like
about like people who don't like follow their intuition? Or
I
like who or
think
what are you necessarily talking about when you say
I'm
like
talking
you're
about people who kind of just have this idea that like and like I'm speaking from like experience because like I used to be there. It's like I'm
Mhm.
talking about people who like will just be on this thing of like, oh, I want to show people that I'm nice. I feel like a lot of people come from
Mhm.
this place of
That's like
like
people pleasing.
very people pleasing, but and that is true, but like in a deeper way, it's like you're so worried about how you're perceived that you're just
Uh
letting people just
do
do
anything.
shit.
Yeah.
You're letting people, anybody just come into your house. You're
Mhm.
giving anybody anything.
Yeah.
You're allowing people to do X, Y, and Z because you don't want to look like the villain. And it's like you're always going to
Yeah.
be the villain to somebody who wants to take advantage of you and they can't.
Absolutely.
To somebody who wants to fucking get in your apartment and steal from you.
Yeah.
Somebody who wants to fucking,
Just get
catch
over
you
on
off
you.
guard and stab a
Yeah.
fucking fentanyl needle in your neck.
Yeah, I just want to get over on you. They want you to
They
be at
they
their level.
they
They
want
want you to be
you
down with them.
they want you to be they want you to care more about your how you're perceived so they can take advantage of you, which is
Yeah.
why you really have to be in a space of like I like one it really takes like truly knowing yourself and like knowing yourself to a point where you're honest, like not lying to yourself and not feeding yourself bullshit to make yourself feel better, being genuinely honest about the kind of person that you
Mhm.
are for real, being secure in that, being okay with certain things, wanting to change certain things, and then
Mhm.
moving with that knowledge with how you interact with other people. It's like
True.
people aren't honest with themselves. People lie to themselves every fucking day and
Yeah.
swear that they're this, swear that they're that. Oh, I'm this. Well, I wasn't trying to do that, so I'm not that. It's like nobody
Right.
gives a fuck if you weren't trying to do that. You did do it. You
Yeah.
did. So you have to take
Intentions.
responsibility for it. Nobody
Yeah.
cares if you weren't trying to do that. You did do that.
Intentions matter way less than like the actual
The
behavior.
actual behavior,
Like
like you
that's
behaved in this
just what
way.
you did.
And that is what you did.
That's
So
how
you
people
have
will
to
react to you.
you
Yeah.
have
That's
to
what people are reacting to.
take accountability for that.
Absolutely.
And going back to what we were saying earlier, because I'm trying to wrap this into a piece, it's like
Yeah, we are kind of like
well
no.
I said all of that to say what I'm about to
Yes,
say.
yes.
It's like I feel like people are in this whole state of like, oh, like I I don't mind trans people. Like, I'm totally okay with that. Like,
Okay.
if you're trans, like, that's fine. I just feel like, don't come in the bathroom with me. Like, don't, like, they try to be like, oh, I'm totally okay with trans people until they got to use the bathroom. I'm totally okay with trans people until it's a women's only gym and once again the men win. It's like, if you're worried about a man coming into the bathroom, coming into the gym, coming to wherever you're at and assaulting you, you're not worried about trans people. You're worried about men. Let's talk about how men are violent and let's deal with that. Trans women are not men.
Never deal with.
They are trans women.
Yeah.
They are women. Yeah. And saying anything other than the sort makes you like that. Don't try to act like, that's, I don't understand why people are calling me a turf. I don't understand people are calling me transphobic. You know good and damn well why people are calling you transphobic. You just don't like that that's how you're perceived.
Yeah.
And that's a personal problem. People are always worried about how they're perceived.
Yeah.
I don't want to be perceived as a homophobic. I don't want to be perceived as a transphobic. I don't want to be perceived as a racist. But you are that.
Like you're
and if you were honest with yourself and you actually just live that, I'd probably have more respect for you. You could still kiss my ass.
Yeah.
But I'd have more respect for you knowing that you stand on that shit. Motherfuckers want to believe what you want to believe and say what you want to say, but then don't want anybody to be mad at you.
I don't have respect for bigots or racists or homophobics because all of their logic is...
I don't have respect for them, but I respect when somebody can own up to that shit. I can respect the fact that you're like an open racist, because not that I respect you as a human being, because I think you're the scum of the earth, but I can respect that you're not out here trying to pretend like that's not what you are.
Yeah,
actually be that, and then I could be like, okay, you can kiss my ass. I'm never gonna fuck with you.
Yeah,
but at least you're not trying to be out here pretending, trying to be in all these groups and trying to fondle in with all of these people, trying to pretend like you're their friend and you're not.
Like you're this,
that's a villain.
I can
that's
appreciate.
The devil.
Yeah, I can appreciate people who are like openly bigoted and racist or whatever. Just because now, like, you're making it easier for me to like discern that I don't want to be fucking around you, and also that I think you're stupid. Like, I think anybody
you're a dumbass.
I think people who like have ideals, like they're like, oh, I think trans women are gonna like hurt our children in the bathrooms. Like anybody who can think something like that, like these it's like skewed knowledge. Like it's skewed. Like it's not knowledge based on like logic or fact. It's just based in just their thoughts. Like it literally it starts at the thought and ends at the thought. Like there's no evidence behind it. Mm-hmm. There's no brain power, like no type of like energy being used at all to form this thought. Like it's probably just being passed around from person to person, and like none of these people use their own minds. Like they're all being taught what to think. Mm-hmm. They're taught what to do, how to dress, like, and you're just not a smart person to me. So it's like I don't respect people who I don't think are smart, unfortunately. And that is like, I don't know.
I paid my dues to be smart, so all the motherfuckers making excuses.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's hard to be smart either. Do you want me to pause the mic while you're using the restroom? Oh, I thought you were going to the restroom.
No.
Okay.
I think I spilled something on the floor.
Oh. It's not hard to be smart, and like you don't have to know everything in the world, but I just feel like you have to use your brain. Like you have to actually think about why you think the way that you do. Yeah. At some point in life, you can't just like take other people's ideas and thoughts and pass them off as your own forever.
Like, that's true. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what everybody talk about. Facts. Like, you sound stupid.
You like what? And then when people ask you to explain why you think that way, you don't know.
And then they're just like, "Oh, this is just like what I've known all my life."
Like, no, you haven't. Yeah. I think people are stupid. Honestly, where I'm at though, I am not like in a place where like some days I'm like, yes, I have to get into like the revolution. Like I got to find some kind of way to contribute to like good stuff happening in this world, because truly this is the time to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
Not only because I am alive during this time and I can like witness it, but I just know that like these years from like I was born in the 90s and I'm experiencing the first half of the 21st century. This is going to be a time in history that is going to be so transformative, and it's really the footprint of the future. Like really, like this is a really, I really feel that way. I feel like this is a very important time to be alive. We're at the like the first part of the digital revolution. Like, have you seen? First of all, you got to watch the new season of Black Mirror. It's
I was gonna ask if I could like come over and like watch it. I don't have Netflix on here.
Oh my god! Yes,
did you watch these great episodes?
I did.
Okay, don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me nothing.
I'm not gonna tell you. I have some thoughts about it. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it when I see it. Can we get high and watch it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I'll bring some weed. Okay. Oh, I'll bring I might get a Benjamin so we can. Just
okay, hell yeah, that's even better. But just like anyway, we're going into like a hyper technological world, and we haven't gotten there yet. Mm-hmm. Because people have like this hesitance, like they're hesitant about technology and like getting more reliant on technology. But we see it happening with people being more reliant on AI. Like every AI is in everything now. So it's like people will realize eventually how technology is going to make their lives easier. And they don't even have to be smart. Like AI will do the thinking for you. It'll do the menial task for you. So, it's probably it's going to absolutely change the world. It's going to change the world. But I say that all to say, it's like, I'm like, I have to do out. Some days I'm like, I got to do something. Like, I got to like really make a mark in this world. If I ever have kids, my nieces and nephews, they see me, I want them to know that I was not on par with this shit. Like, I want them to know that I fought against this shit. Like, I want them to know, if like when we see more apartheid in the world, I want them to know that I don't agree with that. And like, I want like my life, when I look back on my like deathbed, I want to know that I did something to where I just didn't sit down and fucking take it. Like, And then other days I'm like, well, shit, like what the fuck am I supposed to do? Like, I can't do everything. I can't do anything alone. Like, I don't know. I'm just kind of like in this place. I feel like this is where a lot of Americans are. Like they're trying to figure out if they're going to fight it or not. Like, or if they're going to, or how to even fight it, especially with Black people. I feel like Black people, like if
a lot of Black people right now were like, "Fuck this shit."
A lot of Black people are like, "Yeah,"
which I'm not completely mad at.
I'm not mad at it. It's just like,
yeah, no, I wasn't saying that you were. I'm just saying like, I feel like a lot of Black people are just like, man, fuck this shit. We've been fighting. All
it's like y'all
time.
On your own, like
y'all on your own, which
y'all on your own.
I think is great. You saw that ad from Target?
No.
It was like, they cut the DEI shit, and so they stock went down like tremendously.
Yeah.
And
I saw that.
They posted up some shirt that they had with a Black woman modeling it, and the shirt says, "Thank Black women, thank Black women, thank Black women, thank Black women." And this Black girl had posted it, and it was just like, we don't need it. But
yeah. And it's like every Black person, and honestly, I'm not even gonna lie, I forgot we was on Target. Man, I did go to Target like 1 or 2 times.
I mean, that's okay. Like, I'm not like, I mean, I did get my case and my pop socket from Target, but I did get it with that Target gift card that my mom got me for my birthday, so it wasn't really my money. But like,
good for you.
I it's just shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like Black people specifically have always looked out for not only ourselves,
have to be the strong
but
ones,
for other people. And it's like, before you know it, it's just like, like DEI helped you white bitches too. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because y'all weren't people either. You were property. And your
Absolutely.
husband would go to war and he'd fuck his shipmates and then he'd come back and beat your ass because he doesn't really like women. And, now
And
you're
be all
upset
y'all, you
because
and
you
the kids.
because he taking you for real, taking it all out on you because he can't handle the fact that he liked dicking his ass, and so now he's coming back home and taking it out on you and the kids while you been fucking taking care of the house for however long while he's been at motherfucking war, hanging out with fucking Clara Scott, making the American flag, bitch,
The
and making
fuck
them bullets to
out
put in
of
them
a
fucking
fucking quilt.
guns. It's like you really thought that like you was somebody and you're not.
The fucking white women that
They're the real villains.
the ones who side with the fucking patriarchy really get me, because it's like, how could you, like, do you know they hate you? Like,
Mhm.
they hate you, like.
What you doing if a Karen come up to you? If you just happen to be in a neighborhood that just looks a little expensive and the bitch is
I'm
like, "Do you live
gonna
here?"
I'm gonna feed into it. I'm gonna let her Karen now. I actually want her to go crazy, and I'm gonna
So you
film
can
it.
record it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out my phone. I'm gonna agitate the shit out of her. I be doing that to people at my job. Like, they be doing shit, trying to like yell at me and stuff, and I'll just like say little slick shit to them. That's like, it's kind of like nice, nasty, just like piss them off, because like, no, you're not about to call and talk to me like that. Like, I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say, and this is my phone call. But
Mhm.
yeah, if a Karen came up to me and was like trying to film me, I would literally gaslight the shit out of them. I would just say shit before I pull the camera out, and then once they start going crazy, I'll pull the camera out and just be like, guys, can y'all believe this? Can y'all believe what this lady? Look at her. Look at what she's doing. And I was just sitting here minding my business, like.
And then they walk in front of your car and they're like,
And
"Ah!"
she like hits my phone out of my hand. Now I got evidence to show the police. You
Now I
actually
gotta
let me.
fight you.
Now I can, and if I put my hands on you now, I got evidence to show that you hit me first. So anyway, Karens amuse me, because it's like, what gave you what? Who told you that you are in charge right now? Like, what was that tweet? It was like, white people act like God left them in charge.
For real.
Like, you're not in charge. Like, just chill out. Anyway, I think I believe in white women, and I do think that they have a chance here, like right now, in today, in the United States of America. They have a chance to, like, be on the right side of history. There are a lot of white women who are actually doing shit, like actually getting educated. They learning about their past. They're learning about like the fucking, how the patriarchy has fucked them over. And it's not on like it doesn't feel like feminism. It doesn't feel like a feminist wave for me. Like, it feels like, it feels almost like an enlightenment, just from like the white women that I come across on my social media. Like, I don't know if you've seen the knitting cult lady, like that. She like talks about cult and she's always knitting.
Mhm.
She is woke as fuck, and she did it on purpose, but she's like wrote these books. One, she talks about cults in America, and like how a lot of institutions are cults and we don't realize they are, but they are, like the army, and it's a fucking cult. And
In the
she was in the
Marines.
army, and she talks about her experience in the army, but she also grew up in a cult as a
Mhm.
kid. And because she grew up in this cult, she had like untethered access to white supremacy. Like, she was
Mhm.
in this white society, and she's just given the tea of like how white people think. This is how they think. This is how they treat you. Like, she was married to this man who she found out was a white supremacist, and she literally testified against him in court,
As she
um,
should.
because he was like a secret. Like, nobody knew he was a white supremacist. He would go online and like under like a fake username and just like put all of this white supremacy propaganda out and shit. And they found out, like, somebody eventually found it out about him. And like, and it's just normal people like walking around like fucking like like your manager at work could be like this type of person and you don't even know, because that's how they operate. Like, it's like you said, like, you don't think that you're this way, but you are. Like, and that's the real devil. Like,
They
those are
think
the
they're
real
doing
evil
something.
people.
They think they're doing a service.
You
Like
know,
they
like
are so convinced that this is for the betterment of the
that's
society,
delusion.
and that is demonic.
It's
Like
really, it really is. And those are the demons that we are gonna be
that
up
is
against.
evil, and it's like it takes so much. Like Jessie, for example, she works for Siembre, which is like an organization, a nonprofit organization that helps like immigrants like in her
Mm-hmm.
community and like neighboring communities in other counties in North Carolina. And
That's cool.
she was like talking about that shit. Like she was, first of all, she said that even when she was working at the law firm, it's like she was unhappy. Like she felt like she wasn't like helping people the way that she like really wanted to, or
Mm-hmm.
that she feel like she could. And there would be days where she'd be like, I don't even want to go into work, and then she gets this job and she feels like fulfilled and like happy, and then she's telling me that she makes way more money than she did working
As
there,
she
which is
should.
crazy.
As she should.
But it's shit like that. It's like I'm so inspired by her because she not just talking and running her mouth. Like she's doing something. One,
Yeah.
because she looks like them. And like people that look like her, that have had the experiences of her parents, because her parents are immigrants here to this country from El Salvador.
Mm-hmm.
Like, her and her sisters have birthright citizenship. They were born here, and her family and other family members have businesses and all kinds of stuff in
Mm-hmm.
North Carolina. It's like it's like that's what I'm talking about. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like you're actually like doing something. One, because it's close to home. Like
Right.
you have that in a way advantage to be like so close to the discrimination and so close to the oppression and the marginalization, to where like you have so much more of a say so, and a lot more to like help other people.
Yeah.
And it's like it's shit like that. It's like actually like putting your foot forward and like doing something in any way that you can do something, even if that means you catch somebody being fucking racist to somebody else, and you're like, oh no, you're not finna do that shit around me. You picked the
Yeah.
wrong bitch to be racist around. Or just
Yeah.
like catching somebody trying to be slick on you, or just little things that you can do. It's like obviously we can't all be fucking Farrakhan and Marcus Garvey and fucking
Right.
Rosa Parks. Like people don't have time to do that now, because back then it was like that was
that's all
kind of
you could
that's
do.
all you could do.
That's all you could do.
The conveniences and that we have now as a society are a distraction.
It's a
like
unique, yeah, that's what I was trying to get at with the escapism.
but yeah, and I hear you, but like
it's
really
it's
just
a
like
unique
a distraction.
problem.
It's a
unique problem.
distraction from the reality of what things really are, because it's not like people stop being racist. It's not like
Yeah.
systems stop being in place to keep Black and brown people marginalized. Like that stuff hasn't stopped. We just get to be able to go to the store at the same time as them, and when they're in the store, it's like
now it's being hidden. It's being hidden behind. No, we don't have to have DEI. We can make our establishments all white if we want to. We can make our establishments all this if we want to. We can say we don't want to serve you just because you're Black. We can do that now, and the law doesn't protect you from that. And so that it just hides the systems that we already know into place. And what I fear is that if people don't realize that, people don't wake up and realize that, we're gonna be right back to where we were at the start of the fucking 19th century. Like we're gonna be right
history,
back there.
and that's what I literally, when that motherfucker was running for president again, I was like, if this shit don't get under control, we gonna be slaves again.
I die before I be a slave again.
In a period? No, literally, period. Like I will literally die because I'm not doing that
but
shit.
But they're not gonna they would never do slavery. Like they wouldn't do race slavery again. I'm telling you. It would be, if they brought slavery back, it would be in like this prisons? Way. No, well, yes. Well, slavery does exist in prisons right now. I do believe that 100%, especially in American prisons.
Even though some of the motherfuckers in there need to stay in there, they do.
Yeah,
they be like,
I'm
free my nigga Tony, and Tony to kill 5 people in a week.
You didn't hear me say abolish prisons.
No, like, period.
No. And I'll period.
Keep the prisons. No, keep them, because some of the motherfuckers, they do need to be in there. But like, there's a lot of people that don't need to be in there, and there's, you know, it's.
I agree. That's a whole nother issue. But I was gonna say, like, with slavery though, if it does come back, and like God forbid this happens, it's gonna be in such a disgusting and twisted way where people are going to opt into it because it is going to be easier than living without it in America. Mm-hmm. Like, they will optionally become slaves, and it's not like where you would be like, people are forcing you to be a slave, like, oh, well, you signed up for this, like you would work not for money anymore. You're no longer working for money. Now you're working for shelter, you're working for food, you're working for clothing and survival, because you literally cannot afford to go out and get a job and like support yourself in the economy. And it would be a class thing, and it would be people of all races. It would be class slavery. And that is what we're up against, because this is inequality is being like stretched. Like, the poor are getting poorer, but the rich are getting richer, and the middle class is disappearing. And that's kind of like wrapping into like what I was saying earlier, whereas people who think they're middle class, they're not middle class. You're either working poor, like you're working class, you're still poor. Like, you get a fucking medical injury and you can't go to work for 5 weeks, you are fucked. Like, you're not middle class. Like, yeah, you're making 100K, 200K a year, but if you can't go to work for a year because you're disabled, now what are you gonna do? You're not middle class. Like, you're working class. Like, you could work yourself into middle class if everything, God forbid anything happens, but shit always happens. And then the people who are middle class, those people who think they're middle class, those people are actually wealthy. Like, you come from money. Like, you're not middle class. You think you're middle class because you're working a job, but your grandparents paid for your college tuition. Like, you never even had to worry about a student loan. Like, your dad owns a boat that y'all go out on every fucking weekend. Like, that's not middle class. And that's what people need to like realize. Like, y'all got money. Y'all got generational money. Like, when your parents die, you're going to inherit their nice ass $3 million house. When your kids go to college, their college is going to be paid for. And you already got a plan for your retirement. So you don't have to worry about your kids staying home to take care of you, and they don't have to worry about, skipping college to send money to the family. Like, the middle class is disappearing, and equality is growing. Like, the distance between who has money and who has power, and we all know money is power, is growing. It's like, if slavery comes back, it would definitely be like a class thing. Like, and they would make people choose to do it. So when they want to leave, they'll say, no, you signed up for this. Like, how the subscriptions, they'll be like, oh, you can't stop it. You gotta, if you want to stop it, you're gonna have to do this, this, and that. You can't stop it because we need you to do this work. If you stop, what's gonna stop everybody else from stopping? You're gonna make the economy crash. Like, it's gonna be some shit like that, which is so much scary, and it would be so much worse than chattel slavery, because chattel slavery, they invented racism to like try to keep us in our place. Like, they invented racism, and they made people think that Black people were lesser than, or they deserved it, or they even wanted to do it. And they can't do that anymore. Black people are way too smart. But I think I want to end, because this is getting kind of long. I do think we should wrap it up soon. I want to end with saying, I think the only thing that we can do as individuals, like you said, we're not going to be Rosa Parks. We're not going to be Marcus Garvey. Not all of us. Some of us can be, truly. If that's your passion, I really think you have to, figure out what life is calling you to do. And if that's what you're being called to do it. I don't think I'm being called to do that personally. But I am being called to educate myself in any way that I can. Like, read more, learn about these things that have happened in the past, and learn about, other governments who are dealing with similar situations and are winning. Like, because I think what America does is it teaches you, one, no country outside of America matters. It teaches you like nothing outside of this country matters. Like, it doesn't matter, we're the best, we like learn our history. But there's other countries who have had corrupt governments and they fucking won. Like, the people have taken back the power, and I think that's what we need to do. We need to redistribute the power back to the people and away from the state. And saying shit like that is literally like, that's revolutionary shit. Like, that's shit that would put you in jail, pretty much. They're saying you want to overtake the government, you want to take power away from the state, but the state does not need as much power as it has right now. Like, the state as in the fucking federal government. Like, they got the federal government, the fucking president. Y'all are doing too much shit that's fucking with my life right now. And that's the whole point of having like government. Like, that's the whole point of like America. It wasn't the point to put the power in the people's hands. Like, that was like, I feel like we lost the plot along the way. But
that's because the plot was never
the plot. Yeah, it was never
like,
that. Yeah,
it was like truly like that's the gag. It's like the
but
plot
there's
was
so
truly
much more of
never
us than
for
them.
marginalized people.
There's
It was, and they do want us
Yeah.
to think that we're the minority, and it's not that many of us. But there's literally plenty of us. You know why? Because they stole us,
There's so many
and they
of us.
brought so many of us over here, and now they're like confused that we're all over here. It's like, you did this.
Yeah.
You did this.
Anyway, fuck them. I do think individually we need to educate ourselves. Like, I feel like all you can do is really follow what God is telling you to do, and not to get spiritual, but I think everything always comes back to a spiritual aspect. Even when you were talking about earlier how things get worse before they get better, things absolutely get worse before they get better, and it'll get absolutely worse and then it'll get absolutely better. And like, even with like, it's about to be Easter, thinking of the resurrection, Jesus had to die. He literally had to die. I don't know, every time I talk about that story it makes me like want to tear up. But
because he did it for us,
and he literally had to die to save humanity, and so things will absolutely get worse before they get better, but they do get better, and I think that's what we all have to realize. And also, just I think we just need to educate ourselves. That's all I can do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna like try to read more, and if I feel the need to like protest or whatever, I'm definitely gonna like write in my journal and like just document history, so when they try to tell us history back in 20 years and tell us what was happening during this time, I'm gonna have my own recollection of what the fuck was going on, and I'll know like truly what happened during this time, because it is an important time. I think we need to document it. I'm glad we even like doing our podcast. This is gonna be like a time capsule type thing too. Mm-hmm. We're gonna listen to this in 30 years and be like,
we'll see how it
turns out. We was really chatting it up.
Yeah, and we'll see. That's all I feel like that's mostly what I can do, is just like stay educated and Absolutely. Just try to like stay on my P's and Q's. And if I feel like something's about to happen, I get the inclination that something's about to happen, it's about to affect me specifically, I'm moving. Like, and I don't mean just like moving away, but just like actually like making a move. Like,
gotta do something.
I gotta do something, because it's like it's
the last thing I'm gonna do is sit here and let you trample on me.
Yeah, like, that's not what we doing, bitch. So yeah, it's crazy out here, but I'm just trying to hold my head up high until he get out of office, and just do what I can do. And by the time that everything is fucking ruined and people are tired, then maybe people will be like, oh, we should probably vote for somebody that blah blah blah. It's gonna make people want to research things more too. Like people are gonna try to be like, okay, that's when people are gonna pick up the books. When they realize that it's not what they thought or made up in their head, then they're going to hit the books, and then they're going to Google stuff, and then you're going to be like, okay.
And maybe that was the push we needed all along. And was there a way that we could have gotten there without this bullshit? Absolutely. But people are hard-headed, especially in this country. But I mean,
that's that American brainwashing.
All there's left to do now is to
see.
We're so
amazing. We're so great. No, we're not. You literally faked the moon.
You don't believe in the moon landing?
No. I've never believed in the moon landing ever since I ever learned it.
Do you believe that they went into space? Gail and Katy Perry and all those other women. Do you believe they went into space? Because I've seen some conspiracies saying that it was fake. They didn't actually go to space.
Now that really is a whole other topic. But what I will say is that the guy who went to the moon with Neil Armstrong literally was like, he was doing like some type of interview with like some little girl, and she was like, if we went to the moon all those years ago, why haven't we went back? Because there were like people talking about, oh, like, yeah, we just don't have the technology to do that, even though like that was like what, in the 50s or 60s or some shit when that happened. Technology is supposed to like be more advanced later, so why is it that we were able to do it then but we can't do it now, right? So that was weird.
I just don't think there's anything on the moon. Like, what? There's nothing to do on the moon.
It's just a rock.
It's just allegedly. Yeah, we went to the moon for the fucking Cold War.
They were trying to show out for Russia.
Yeah, just to do it before
That's
Russia
also
did.
Another thing that makes me believe that it's not even true, because America's pussy. Yeah. So there was that. That was what always was kind of like, no, we didn't. Like,
that is so funny. Didn't. You don't believe in the moon landing?
Then the guy who went with him, I can't even think of his name, but he was doing like an interview, and it was just like this little girl who asked him, like, if we went to the moon all these years ago, like, why can't we do it now? And he was like, oh, that's not a little girl question. Like, that's a grown-up question, blah, 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 because she was like real young. But he was like, the reason why we can't go back to the moon is because we didn't go in the first place. Like, we never went there. Like, that wasn't true. And you can't leave the earth. Like, you can't leave the earth. Like, we're closed. Bill Nye said, you cannot leave the earth. It is a closed system. You're not going nowhere. So the whole thing now is that NASA is basically a big fucking lie, and it's a big fucking conspiracy. And that what?
Now I gotta go. Now I gotta go dive into this conspiracy, because like I've never been one to like get into the moon landing theory. I've just always just believed it. But that is a good question. Why haven't we gone back?
Why not go back and do more research if we went? Because them niggas just got to the moon talking about, yay! And that's it. No testing, no samples, no, oh, this is what it sounds like. Well,
they brought samples back.
Allegedly. Like, they picked up some rocks from the middle of the fucking ground in a poor ass neighborhood, and they were like, this is from the moon.
And now they sell it in the NASA gift shop. If you ever like go to what is it? What's that?
Kennedy Space Center. And I've been there multiple times. As a person who was like super into astronomy, it's like, this shit fake. Like, it's just like they made that whole thing up just to be like, haha, Russia. Like, and then it's like, you can't even, that's the other thing about America's integrity. It's like, you can't even actually do some shit to like be better. You're being fake. Like, you're being fake as fuck. Trying to act like that's that shit that goes right back to what I was saying earlier. It's like, you're faking, and you're worried about perception and how you look. And you look stupid because I truly, like, literally never believed that shit. Like, I was like,
I believed it.
There's no fucking way. And I know a lot of people did, and it was kind of something that like was in my head, and I used it for like research and stuff. Like, I knew that was something that was said, but deep down, I just like never believed that. And that nigga literally said, we can't go back to the moon because we never went.
I gotta find that.
Like,
that's actually scary to think about, but
because it changes it literally people don't want to believe that everything that they've been taught their entire lives is bullshit.
Yeah.
And I understand that. That's hard. Like, that's hard to deal with. It's like Tyler, the Creator, finding out that his daddy wasn't actually an absent daddy. It's just that his mama kept his daddy away from him for 34 motherfucking years. Like, that has to be a mind fuck.
That has to be.
It has to be. Nobody wants to like think like that, but at the end of the day, the truth is the truth, and the truth don't care about your feelings. Like, the truth is just the truth. It doesn't fucking matter. And it's like, I truly was just never like, yeah, we did that, because it's just like, but we didn't even do anything. Like, we did like we didn't even, motherfuckers didn't even go back. Like, I follow NASA on TikTok. Like, I followed them on TikTok because, like I was saying, like, I was like super into like astronomy and like galaxies and other planets, blah blah blah. And there's this like astronaut who's like filming from outside of the shuttle, which is also weird because it's just like, I went to space camp when I was like in 8th grade.
That's actually a flex. Like,
and it was at the Kennedy Space Center.
Yeah.
It was like so usually for vacation Bible school, they would take us to like an amusement park or something like that. But like this time, this year in particular, they took us to like the space camp, and it was for like a whole week. And there were people from like all over the world, like kids from all over the world. There were kids from Brazil that were there. There were kids from Taiwan that were there. There were kids from fucking Korea that were there. There were kids from the fucking islands that were there. It was just like a bunch of kids from like all over everywhere, because it's like the biggest like space study place like in the world. And so like, you know, they taught us all this stuff, and I was like super interested in it, but I still in the back of my head was just like, I just don't think that happened. Like, I just truly didn't think that. And my main reason for thinking that was like, okay, like, let's say that even if we did go to the moon, like, you was able to record it. You was able to record footage of them stepping on the moon. You was able to do all of this. And then that's all we get, but that's where you went. Like, haven't seen anything else about the moon. Like, no other advanced research, like no other anything. But then you're trying to say, oh, the reason why we haven't gone back is because, you know, we just don't have the same technology. The technology that we use to go to the moon, we just don't have anymore. Why not?
Well,
why don't you have it? Like, you like, why wouldn't it have been more? Like, what do you mean you don't have it anymore? That's kind of crazy.
NASA doesn't have a lot of the funding that it had. I think people,
girl, they make billions of dollars a year.
Because of the Cold War, people wanted America to win. They were pumping a lot of money into the moon thing, right?
And they still are.
Well, not as much, because the fucking Challenger exploded. Listen, those people, they literally had them kids in school.
Let's see watching how much money NASA
shit.
Makes.
They had them kids in school and they watched all of those fucking astronauts die on live television. It fucked up a whole generation, and they never believed in NASA the same way again. Because
NASA's annual budget is estimated to be around $25 billion per year. This figure fluctuates slightly from year to year based on congressional appropriations. For example, NASA's fiscal year 2024 budget was $24.875 billion, a 2% cut from the previous year, according to the Planetary Society. These motherfuckers make so much money off of a lie, allegedly. and I'm literally so into that shit. Like, I'm so into like space and like galaxies and like other planets. But I just always felt like they was bullshitting. Like, I just always felt like there's no way, because if the Earth isn't a closed system, then that means nobody ever really went, and that would mean that they know that, but they playing. Because it's like, and you know, I don't really know, so I'm gonna look it up now. But it's like, did Russia ever even go to the moon?
Oh, here we go. Okay, so NASA makes $23 million. So listen. It would have taken, if they were to do that today, to go to the moon, it would take $318 billion in 2023 dollars. So it was $25 billion in 19, whatever the fuck. Adjusted for inflation, around $300 billion to do that trip again. And I just feel like there's better things to do. I honestly,
Allegedly.
allegedly, you know, I love space. I do think
I
that
do.
NASA.
I love space.
I don't know about the moon landing. I don't know if they actually went that time because, you know, the quality is so terrible.
Okay.
I don't know if they what he's looking at Spot.
I keep hearing next to me, and at first I felt like he was
And
like
he's still
actually
trying.
itching and scratching himself, but like recently I feel like he's been doing that for like attention. Because it's like he's not even looking in that spot. He's just looking randomly
He's
on his
just
body
licking.
just next to me. And it's like,
Yeah.
stop. I'm tired of hearing.
And then throwing it up when all those cats.
Bro, I came back home from lunch with Lisa today and there was throw up on the floor and there was throw up in my fucking bed. Are you kidding me, bro?
Mason, how could you now? That's just fucked up. That's real fucked up of you, bro.
Calm down.
Just chill. Just chill. Okay? Just chill. Anyway, I'm ready for the aliens to come out. Like that's where I'm excited about that because I just feel like, you know, we have to run into another life form eventually. And if we never do, then great. Like honestly, I don't need aliens. I feel like there's enough weirdos in humanity. But like it's the fact that they spending billions of dollars to go to the moon. Well, they're not going to the moon anymore, but like they have these what are they? They're like little probes, these little things that they send out to the world to take pictures of like the planets and stuff. And like I think one just passed like Voyager. Like I love learning about stuff like that. Like the Voyager, they put like all of these remnants of humanity. Of course, it's like white humanity and shit. But you know, they got like a recording of someone's voice. They got music, and they just put it out in the world to see if anybody would find it and like contact us. And I really feel like there was a point in time where people believed that we were not alone in the universe. I don't think that's the general consensus anymore, just because we haven't found other life forms, but that's actually not true because I think they did just confirm. Didn't someone confirm that there were like aliens and there are other life forms that they just haven't told us about yet? Really, it hasn't become like common knowledge, even though they got like these fucking UFOs and UAPs and shit.
Girl, I don't know. And honestly, I don't even give a fuck if there's other life forms. I don't care about them.
I don't care because it's like I'm already like I'm just trying to live. Like I'm just trying to.
I just want to be a normal human and just like live.
Humanity is already complex enough without all of these fucking aliens. But what if we met a life form that was like so advanced that it could really teach us humans how to really find our peace together? That'd be cool. But I think God is an alien. Like if like just because like okay, God is alive, right? But not in like a predator versus alien way. Like I don't think like he's like this weird little monster. I just think that if alien exists in any sense, well, not if, but there's a possibility that it could be that it's just this higher life form that cannot reveal itself to us because if it does, we wouldn't be able to handle it. And I do think like God finds ways to reveal himself to us, you know, through our religion and through prayer and meditation and song and dance and like all of these other creative ways through art and reading and just even through other people, you know, and through your animals especially. And it's just like whatever. That would be cool. I'd love to meet God. Is what I'm trying to say. But at
Shit,
this
well,
point,
you
I'm
better
like,
hope that it don't happen tonight. There's this TikTok and this girl and her daughter are about to go to church, and her daughter was like, "We about to meet the Lord," and she said, "No, we're going to praise Him. We're not ready to meet Him yet."
Not yet. Not
She
yet.
said, "Oh," she said, "Say we're going to praise Him." She said, "Praise Him." She said, "Yeah."
Right.
Now we're going to meet Him. I ain't ready, Lord. I am not ready,
not
Lord.
yet. Not
You
yet.
know, Jessica could be like, "Go ahead, God," and I'd be like, "No, not yet.
I need a few more
I
years.
need like a couple more decades, babe,
Let me get my shit together. Honestly, it's his plan. I just hope however I die, I just hope I don't feel it.
Yeah.
I don't want to die a painful death.
I don't want to live anymore. I don't want to live anymore. That fucking Logic song.
I saw a tweet that was like, we really let him like get on the fucking radio and do that lame ass shit. Like, I hated that song. Anytime I heard it, I literally turned it off. Like, and I heard it way too often.
I want to die. I want to fucking die. Like, okay, well,
you do.
What's stopping you?
Okay, just do it.
What he said on Genius? When my nigga daddy impregnated my cracker mama. Mind you, one of his parents was mixed, and that's why he looked like that.
And see, that's why I can't take him seriously.
He will not let you forget that he's part mixed, black, like, and it's actually embarrassing.
And it's like, honestly, if you just never said anything, people would accept you as black because you low key kind of look black. Like we know, like there are very light skinned black people.
But you keep going on and on and on and on about how you're mixed, and that's what's rubbing me the wrong way about you.
Yeah, like what the fuck is wrong with you?
Matter of fact, let me get my keys right now so I can put my car right where you parked it.
All right. Well, guys, we are going to end the recording here. I want to thank you for tuning in. My name's Willie.
My name's Shaq.
And this is Everybody's Right.
Except for when you dead ass wrong.
Except for when you're wrong, yeah. We can't forget about that part.